Okay, 9.
Hey guys, so we're back now. So like I said earlier on, after an hour, we have to go back on it. So we have to come out and start again. Okay, so I haven't done anything since. So same again, working with my square layering. Lifting up, keep it nice and square.
Yep, everyone's joined back in.
Everyone's
We're back.
Good. So now you see the layers really tuck it in. Yeah. Same for this side.
So I've lost the last couple questions that you guys wrote. So if you did answer a question before we cut off, can you write it again and we'll get around to answering it.
Does any of you work with disconnection? Do you disconnect your layer?
I think people get a bit scared about disconnection, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's all depend on the type of disconnection that you work, you know. I use that a lot in the salon. I work with a lot of disconnection. And you can make it quite aggressive, you know, with your disconnection, or you can make it really soft. It's what I call it like a limited disconnection or unlimited. So a limited disconnection for me is when, for example, your hair is disconnected, you've got 2 different types of layering that doesn't connect, but the client can't really see it. So for example, if we look at there, you won't know that the underneath is actually shorter than the layer on the top. And that's what I call limited. Unlimited is when you can really see a contrast of the length. So when you go, for example, a really short panel with really long pieces, yeah? So it's very, you can really see it visually.
Okay, so you are cutting the top right now. So
Yes.
keep cutting, and then I'll ask some questions that are coming through. So what's the best advice for stylists that shy away or are nervous about doing hair like redesigns? So like restyles and stuff.
Restyle, yeah. That comes with practice, you know. The first thing I would say, really learn about your classic, you know, really learn about the theory of your classic, you know, all the layering technique and all the graduation, your perfect line, you know, that's the key. Once you really understand that, then you can start playing a little bit, you know. Use doll's head like I do today. I'm playing with it, you know. That's the best way to get that confidence, you know. Try to maybe start with clients that are loyal to you, I would say. So if you got clients that are regular to you, that come to you all the time, there's a trust there. If you got that trust with the client, you can start trying things. If it's a new client, it's slightly different because there's no trust. So we probably take it a little bit safer if you're someone that's not 100% confident.
Do you have many people coming into the salon saying do whatever you want?
No.
That's from Becky.
It's very rare, you know. It's very rare. And I don't know if you found that, guys, but when a client told me do whatever you want, I think this is the hardest client. Because I always say do whatever you want, but actually, you know, they always got something in mind a little bit what they want, you know. So I always try to find out about what they like, what they don't like, looking at pictures, because clients can say, hey, do whatever you want, and I do a mullet, you know. I make it look like Tiger King. I'm sure most clients won't like that, you know. So it's really always try to be careful and try to find out what they want, whether it's color or cutting.
Do you want to give a quick recap of what kind of haircut this is, just for people who are joining the second session?
Yeah, okay. So that's a really strong layered look, you know, in terms of a mid-length technique. We're really layered through the back, so it's going to create a lot of movement. It's going to take all the weight out. So what I did, I work with a triangle section. So it's basically a section that you start from the recession and you finish into a point just underneath, okay? I work with a square layer for the underneath, yeah? So you can see the layer for there is a lot shorter, working completely square. Then through the side, I keep it a little bit longer through that side, a little bit of an asymmetry. And I basically worked, I'll show you if I find the section again. I lift it up and work with a little bit of an inversion, yeah? Connecting with the length that I had from the back. That allowed me to create a lot of movement for the side, removing the weight, and create more of an elongated look because you remove the weight, okay?
Thank you. And what are you doing on the top now?
So now what I did, I basically work with a square layer, which is very simple, and the layer is slightly longer than the layer from the underneath, which means that it's going to sit over. So it's going to create a little bit of a cushion. So that way you create something really kind of curvy for here and flatter from the underneath.
Nice. And what kind of head shape would this suit from Hayley?
Head shape, I would say, I mean, I won't have anyone with got maybe too much of a long face, because if you got a client with long face and you elongate around the front, it's not going to really work. Okay, so anything that more diamond, you know, will work really well. Not someone will go round face as well, because if you go round face and you want to elongate the front, what's going to happen? You're going to basically bevel around the head, which is going to make your face head shape even rounder. Okay, so it's probably better if you go more of maybe a diamond shape. If you go really strong jawline to keep some length on the front, it's going to soften it a little bit.
Nice.
So now, through that side, I'm going to use the guide from the back. I'm going to lift it up and we're going to work square again, okay? Over directed to previous, okay? So it's not 2 to 1, 3 to 2, is section 2 is going to 1, section 3 is going to 1, 4 is going to 1. So it's going to have a lot more weight through that side. Which means I will.
Okay, we're back. Cut out for a sec.
Did you come out? Okay. Keep your section really clean, nice and neat, so you know exactly what you're doing.
If anyone's having like connection problems, we've had this a couple times before. If you come out of the video and then come back in, usually that fixes things. Yeah, so if you just come out of the live and then go back into the live, it should fix the freezing problem.
So again, everything back to the same.
Hayley says, really enjoy this video, great teacher.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So keep your section clean. Yeah, so you really see what you're doing. And same again, everything over directed to my first section that I cut. And keep the tension. Because I've got a little bit more hair here in my hand, I tend to use a larger part of my comb instead of a smaller part.
What are you spraying on the hair? Is it just water
It's just water, yeah. It's just water. You could use a cutting lotion, but I don't have any.
Hayley says she likes my bottle.
Reusable, yeah.
I used to have hand sanitizer in it.
So by over-direct things, bringing it back to your first one, what's going to happen is if I check the line this way, it's going to work short, it's going to be long. Okay, so it's going to create more weight.
Becky Lloyd's asking, are those types of combs much better than any other?
I personally think so, yeah. With that comb, you got a lot of control over it, you know. It's very light as well, they're quite small, so it's great with shorter hair when you want to go to a certain part of the head where it's quite difficult to get into. We got like a little missing teeth as well for the front, and it's very pointy as well, which is perfect when you want to section it. Yeah. So I tend to always work with the Wise Park comb. I've been using it for years, and literally I couldn't change it now.
Hair by Tess. Any chance Jeremy's up for showing us a crop with the other doll's head he used last time? Just thinking a shortcut would be a fun to see.
Yeah, do you know what, guys? I would love to do a crop, but I just find personally that when you do a crop on the doll's head, the hair stick out so much that it
doesn't look good.
It never looked great.
I could do a crop on me.
It looked like a little head shave, and all the hairs like it looked like a porcupine. That's why I haven't done anything too short with it. That's the reason behind it, really. Because I still want to make it look pretty for you guys, you know. So
because we were having some freezing issues, a lot of people have got a bit lost on what you did on the top. Do you just want to talk about what you did there?
So through the back, I just work with square layer this way, yeah, and I basically cut it and leave it longer than the layer from the underneath. And then once I come to the side, I basically took a section from the parting, yeah, from there. And I keep the guide, following the guide from the back. And I just basically cut a completely square line. And then every section, I worked across, where I over-directed everything back to the first section. Which means, technically, you will create that, because this hair is traveling all the way to here, yeah? So naturally, every time I over-direct, it's gonna get longer and longer and longer. If I was over-directing to the previous, the line won't be there, it will be here. If I didn't over-direct, the line will be there. Okay? Cool? So now I'm going to dry the top. Yeah? So again, leave your flat brush first. Just to flatten the roots.
What kind of brush is this, Joe?
Sorry?
What kind of brush is this?
Just a flat brush.
Any brand in particular, or?
This one, I think they come from Wise Park as well. The same brand as my scissors as well.
Your comb.
Flatten the roots. I don't want anybody on the roots area on that haircut, okay?
Hair by Tess says that she's loving the effort of you getting fully dressed and you're even wearing shoes. Very professional. I'm not. This is Jeremy's outfit of the day.
I don't want to cut, you know, live on my pajamas, you know? Flatten it. Bring over with a round brush, just to smooth the ends, and then I will go over with the strainers.
guys have any questions, just write them in and then I'll answer them when Jer's finished with the drying.
As a strainer.
While you do this, I'll answer the questions.
Yeah, what question did you get?
So would you over direct the top section if it was a middle parting? That's from Deanna.
I will probably work from the middle and not just over direct everything back to the middle. If you wanted to create a triangular shape this way, okay? That's probably where I would work. I think because it's an asymmetry, I tend to always work with a side parting. You just work a lot better than having middle, a shorter length and longer length. That makes sense? It just looks slightly, to the eye, it looks a little bit unbalanced, you know? But when you work with a side and you go one side longer than the other, it actually visually work a lot better.
They'd have to keep their parting in the exact same position all the time. If it moved over a little, then you'd end up with long hangy bits on the side.
You will end up with long tiny bits, yeah.
Katie W. Harris says, love this cut, just have to find a client brave enough. It's not too out there though, it's quite conventional.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit like how people used to wear it in the 2000s, you know? With lots of layers and...
Victoria Beckham had one side longer than the other, didn't she? I think. Got people talking from Italy, got someone from Naples.
Buongiorno. We went to Naples actually. Was it last year we went?
We went last May, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Nice place. Lovely food.
I don't think we went to Naples.
Just next to it.
Next to it, yeah.
We're next to it, yeah. So you see when I go with the strainer, guys, I'm not doing too much over. I take it relatively slow, yeah? So that way the hair is not too static and you actually get more shine to the hair. Especially, guys, when you're doing some really strong color, you know, you really want to see that shine coming through.
And low temperature is better.
Low temperature as well, yeah. If you work with strong colors, you know, like any direct color pigment, and we always work with a lower temperature.
Someone's asking who's behind the camera. It's me, but I'm not getting in front of it because I'm not dressed and my hair is all over the place. It looks good, Joe.
Thank you. And it's a fun cut, you know, you're just working up with different layering technique and it make it quite fun as well. And it's definitely something that you can use on longish hair, I would say. Which sometimes when you work with long hair, I don't know if you guys find out, but it's always a bit more difficult to actually create something a little bit more creative. With short hair, it's always a lot easier, you know? But I find with long hair, if you're going too creative, it doesn't really work. I always found that over the years.
Well, since I've been filming, you do certain haircuts. I've noticed that you do put like little hidden layered panels in here and there to make longer styles more creative.
Yeah.
And it's like the client wouldn't even know that that's there.
Yeah.
They don't understand how the shape comes, but it's fun for you to do.
Yeah, it's fun to me. I mean, I will explain to the client what I'm doing. You know, I will give her the detail on it, but they quite, like you say, they're hidden. The hidden little panel of shorter length there and there.
Looks really good.
Thank you. Do you like it, guys? Do you like the shape of it?
Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you
Thumbs
don't.
down if you hate it.
We've got some heart eyes from Kendall. Thumbs up from Laura. Thumbs up from Corny back. Jasmine loves it. Real Mummy Life. Thumbs up. Chelsea says looks so good.
Thank you.
Lots of thumbs up. Leah, thumbs up. Hair by Vix, thumbs up. Amy, Susan, Deanna. Haley's asked, would this work on someone who has curly or wavy hair, or is it just best for straight hair?
It's curly hair. If it's really curly, I think you have to be a little bit careful with the length over the top. I might lay a little bit longer on it. But it could be an interesting shape, you know. I think that, do you know what, there's a lot of haircuts, you know, that whether you're doing straight hair or curly hair, they actually work really well. If you imagine the shape, you will have like a flat curl through the back, you know, you look really square, I would say. And then you will have this little bit of elongated bit, and then through the top you will have a lot of body as well. So it could work really well, you know.
Samantha said, thank you from the Croydon College hairdressing team.
Oh, thank you. Which college in Croydon? Is it what do they call it again?
I think MVQ.
NVQ.
Is
yeah.
it? I don't know. Maybe.
Because it's couple of college, I think. What do they call it? Oh my god, I forgot the name.
Vision Hair Belfast. Cool way to spend a Friday afternoon. Felt like we were back in the salon. Thanks, guys. Good work.
Thank you. So again, a little bit of hairspray just to kind of refine the line. So when you do it, do it from far, because you don't want anything to be too wet. So usually when I work with doll's head, guys, yeah, if you practice, you know, when you're correct perfect line or your bobs or anything like that, you know, any outline, I hairspray a little bit. That's how you get it really slick, and it helps you to create the outline, because the hair doesn't move. Because if you don't put any hairspray, it flicks so much. It's really hard to create that perfect line, isn't it?
Especially in the salon with air conditioning, doors opening, people walking past, other dryers.
Yeah, I mean, with client, you know, I find like on real client, the hair doesn't move as much, you know, because the hair is really soft, you know, it tends to move a lot more. Not too much.
Yeah, we'll poison the fish in a minute.
Yeah, got a fish at the back. Okay, so now I'm just going to refine a bit. We're nearly done, guys. Just a little bit of refinement now. Just really make the haircut you on, you know? See, I'm going to refine them. We want to keep the length. Just want to soften.
Haley's asking, do you ever need models for the academy? How does that work?
So there is a page for the models, and the best thing is to email them, basically saying that you want to be a model. Usually there's a bit of a waiting list, you know, but yeah, we definitely do models every Monday. We work at the academy.
Oh, someone's doll head just arrived at the door.
Cool, man. Just use it now. Have fun with it. What I would say is maybe try to get more of a longer look first, you know? Use it a couple of times.
Casey Harris says, amazing teaching skills. Thanks for taking the time. Hope you're helping us stay sane with these fab tutorials. You love doing these, so
I love it.
thanks for coming.
You know, I literally, I do it for you guys, but I do it for me as well. To be honest, I just love it. I miss cutting hair so much. To do just one haircut every 2 weeks of it, like, ugh.
You can give me a haircut after this.
So when you refine, always use the tip. And if you're working this way to refine, always make sure that you pull back your scissors. Don't keep pushing, because otherwise you're going to push the hair in the wrong direction, and then you're never going to cut it. It's going to be very hard. So you're working this way and you pull. Or you use the tip as well to soften it. Sorry, I need a tiny bit more hairspray. I know you hate the hairspray.
Deanna says that they're loving the shape.
Thank you so much. Thank you. See how easy it is to refine, guys, once you're on dry. And the hairspray slightly.
Bethany Jones says, great demo, bring on the next one from the Isle of Wight.
I'd love to go there. I've never been.
And Lilu 2020 says that they really want to see this all roughed up to show the layers.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that you can style it, you know, like in whatever way you want, you know, after. I just wanted to show you something more of a precision haircut, you know, today. Because the first haircut I did live was really texture and wavy. The second one was quite texture as well, isn't it? It was straight, but it was quite choppy. So I just wanted to show you something a little bit more...
Haley asks, who cut your hair, Jeremy?
Sorry?
Who cut your hair?
You.
Diane asked, what is the benefit of the triangle section? Would you use a rectangle section or a star, for instance?
Yeah, I mean, you could, you know. So if you were going to work more rectangle section, when the hair fall over, it will fall the same amount of weight everywhere. By working with a triangle section, what happened, I'm leaving a little bit more weight through the middle, okay? Because naturally it's going down, that makes sense? So you will have a little bit more length. That's why I did it, yeah? But you could work with stars section. Yeah, you could put a stars. Not a section that I use a lot of stars, me personally, you know. But yeah, you could work with it, you know. Depending on the section, you're going to get a slightly different look with your layer, yeah? So the length here will be shorter if I did a rectangle.
Seller number 2 said, brilliant demo from start to finish from us in Cork, Ireland.
Cork, Ireland. Thank you very much. Is any of you try some of the haircuts that I've been showing the last few times?
We had a couple pictures sent to you, which was nice.
Yeah, a few people have sent me. It was really nice though. Sharing and stuff, you know?
The person who got their doll's head delivered today, would be nice to see what comes of that.
Yeah, show me. And like I say, guys, if you guys are interested to do any sort of training with me, you know, if you want to have like a one-to-one, you know, or if you want to be in a class, you know, I'm gonna start doing some cutting lesson, you know, at the academy, you know, in London, with Norman as well. I'm sure you all know Norman, where we're gonna be showing a little bit of styling as well, a little bit of photography as well, how to take the perfect picture for you. For your Instagram as well. Instagram is so powerful now this day that we all need to show our work, you know. And yeah, if you guys want to me to come to your salon as well and do some tuition with you, you know, whether it's creative or classic, you know, you can email the Not Another Academy, tell them what you're looking for, yeah, and then hopefully I will be able to come to see you guys.
Samantha said that the team can't wait to watch more online sessions with you. Thank you.
Thank you. And anyone can benefit, guys, from education. Whether you're someone that just start, yeah, or just, you know, on your NVQ, you know, and just feel like need a little bit more help, you know, with what you're doing. For someone we got a lot of experience, you know, a lot of, even like a salon owner. I think sometimes when you're a salon owner, you kind of, you know, you're so busy doing so many things, you know, in the salon, that you need to be inspired as well, you know.
And Jer's a really talented educator. He always makes people feel like calm and listen to. You're really patient. So even if you've been doing hair for a long time, or you feel like you're stuck in ways, or you haven't been doing hair for long at all, you've just qualified or are still training, let him know and he can build something to kind of suit your needs. Someone said they did your last one, the last haircut, they've done it, the mod haircut.
Cool, if you haven't sent me a picture yet, send it to me on my page, yeah? Go on Jeremy Roca and just send me some of your work, yeah? I would love to see.
You can screenshot Jer and tag him in your stories, he loves that as well.
I'm going to recap in a minute, guys. Just hairspray a little bit. You're going to hate me with a hairspray.
Yeah, I already can't breathe. All the fish are going to go belly up.
Is it okay, the length, the height? Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, so that's the finished look, guys. Yeah. We're just gonna go, do you want to do a 360? Or
do you want to do a
360?
Yeah.
You can move it. So we see a really strong outline where we got the asymmetry where we work longer through there. And then we got something a little bit shorter through that side. Yeah. And as you see, it's really layered the hair. So remember, we work with two different layering techniques, where we work with a shorter layer from the underneath and I work completely square that way. And then we leave the layer a little bit longer. So see, it really slimmed down through there. If I was gonna work with a more of a classic technique, layered everything the same way, it will look a lot more solid, a lot more heavy. So that helps you to get that little bit of body through the crown area and really removing that weight through there. Okay, cool. Thank you very much for tuning in today, guys. Hopefully I will see you guys again. I don't know exactly when I'm going to be another demo. I need to check with Sophia, but I will let you know on the page. Okay, and that's it.
Does anyone have any final questions before we go? People just saying thank you and heart eyes and great tutorial. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And like I say, if you're doing any haircut, you know, on a Dorset or something, just send it to me and we can have a chat about it and I can give you some feedback as well. Just don't be shy, really. Give me a follow and that's it. Okay?
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.